Man, this Saw franchise. Do we really need another Saw franchise? I mean,
if it goes in the direction of how it's going, maybe.
Because this one really touched on some new topics.
Yep, and I'm here for it.
Anyway, geekers, how are you guys doing?
Listen, I'm Lainey.
I'm Jay.
And we are Geek by Hearts.
And we're here to discuss the new Saw franchise. Spiral. Yeah, so we're gonna discuss this movie because we're gonna really talk about it.
All right.
There's some mixed things in it, and we're just gonna lay it out on the table.
All right. Yeah. Remember to like, share, and subscribe when you see this video, and let's go.
Let's go. Man, it's crazy how, you know, everything for this movie because you know, it's so funny. When I went into the movie, I was expecting it to be just like the same set of franchise movies. Or you know, better yet, I was thinking that it was gonna start like from the beginning of how the first Saw was. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't. I definitely didn't think that. I think that they definitely talked about how this Saw was going to be apart from the Saw franchise, but within the Saw world, and it's after his death. So I knew that. I actually thought it was going to be more fun house-ish, the way that they were doing with mostly all the other ones, except for maybe the first one.
I like Saw 1 and 2.
Okay.
And that was it, because everything was just repetitive. Just the whole traps and head getting blown off, foot getting limbs, everything get chopped up. So I was like, I don't want, because it's like they're killing people for no reason.
Okay.
Or maybe for a reason, but it's a past reason. So there was like a strong enough background story of what the movie or what the past Saw movies were about.
So I feel like if you don't like the other ones, then why did you like this one?
Because to me, I think it was pointing to one big question that everything or what society is mostly defending right now, and that's police brutality. And you know, that is a topic that you can actually put your finger on and say, yes, that is how it is. But within Spiral, it's like a major twist, because it's like something that happened to the main villain within the movie, and he uses that whole prospect of what happened to use it to avenge or use it as a revenge scheme.
I agree with you, and I also think that they did a good job of also kind of like saying, yo, good cops or cops that try to do the right thing also are not rewarded for that. You see what I'm saying? So by making Chris Rock's character basically a snitch or whatever the case may be, like, he saw something that he knew shouldn't have happened and turned it in, and instead of being rewarded for that, people alienated him. Man, he caught a bullet for that. You know what I'm saying? So like, I really thought that commentary, where I feel like it didn't go far enough, I think that commentary was very timely. From what I understand, the movie was made in 2019. So it was even before the other stuff that was happening last year. And I also like the fact that, again, I was going into it thinking that it was going to be more of a funhouse kind of thing, where like mostly two and on had ensemble characters in one setting, and then they had to either fight it out, duke it out, whatever, or survive through that setting. They could have easily did that at the police station, and they didn't. They handpicked people that were corrupt and then spoke about why that this was corrupt and then punished that. You know, so I was appreciative of that selection, and in turn that commentary of like, yo, all of it's not not bad. But there are some bad apples out there.
But overall, this movie was gory as hell, though.
I was about to say, can we really talk about the gore?
Yeah, the
gore. Listen, we did we need to talk about the political side of it or whatever, but can we talk about it because it's still a Saw movie.
The gore.
So, what for me, what was your favorite trap?
The first 15 minutes.
Boy.
Oh my god.
Boy.
Oh my god.
That first trap.
Yo.
About him losing it, like I'm sitting there thinking like, yo, what would I do? I really want to survive, but that shit's just gonna hurt.
Yo.
And I was in there like, oh my god, do I? I'm like, oh.
You know what I noticed about the traps? It's like the traps were basically like a quiz or a riddle, or
yes.
It was like, yo, do this or you die.
That's it.
It's like straight to the point.
And it was
I love that.
And it was about what that person did.
Yeah,
it was personal.
Exactly. I love that. To me, I think it was more gory and more bloody.
I disagree with that.
To me, I think it was more gory, more bloody.
It was poignantly gory. But there have been gorier sauce.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay.
Basically.
But when it did, it did.
Yeah, man. It went to 100%.
Facts. How do you put Samuel L. in a rated R movie and then don't use him?
Yeah, he wasn't used enough.
Like, he was barely there.
Yeah,
and for some reason, I don't know if it was maybe that the way that they talked about the movie and how the movie was going to be set up. I went into the movie thinking that we were going to see dual timelines like we usually do in a lot of the Saw movies. So like maybe he was going to Samuel L. was going to deal with Jigsaw, or so, and then his son Chris Rock was going to deal with his apprentice or the person that inspired by him. You have Samuel effing Jackson in a rated R movie and you barely use him, and he was electrifying. Like, I wanted so much more of Samuel L. I liked the fact that he was there. I wish that there was more. Chris Rock did his thing. Marisol Nichols did her thing. Like, I felt like it was well casted and I was pretty happy with it.
Do we really need another Saw movie?
That's true.
Because this ended like it's gonna be another movie after this. But I'm kind of over this Saw franchise thing. I don't know. I think, to me,
I'm okay with it. Especially now I know
that
there's
a smart way to do it. I mean,
true. But especially if they have the next one that comes out, if it intertwines with Spiral.
I hope this is the final movie of the Saw franchise. Let's move on to something much more different.
I'm okay with it. I like the Saw franchise. Good bad points. What's up?
The good geeks. Basically, I like the first 15 minutes of it, and I like the direction of the movie. It played a role, as I said, played a vital role with what's going on in society.
I thought that was a strength. Like you said, the first 15 minutes.
What's that?
Strength. I like the fact that there was no like really big side plots. Almost every Saw, especially after I would say Saw 2. First two Saws were pretty self-contained, but the third and going on, they had at least a major B side plot that you'd have to go back and forth with. I like the fact they didn't have that. Again, I was cool with the relatable villain. I thought it was a better version of actually the second movie. Like, that also had commentary on bad cops, or I should say a bad cop, right? I thought it was a better version of that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I pretty was okay with the movie.
Definitely rate this movie as a 3.5 out of 5. To me.
To you?
I think, to me. It's a 4.
I'm okay with the 4.
Yeah, it's but it's watchable.
I think the reason why I wouldn't put it higher is because the fact that, like, you saw the villain from miles away. Yeah. They didn't even try to hide that. And I was like, all right, at least be a little bit sophisticated with that. Like, nah, you saw him a mile away talking about, he's the reason why I came into that. And I was immediately like, really? They didn't hype him up as this man that was like known throughout the community. So why was he the reason why you came into it, or whatever the case may be? The fact that you didn't see him die.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
101 horror. If you don't
It's-
see
it's like-
if you don't see that person die, then you know that person didn't die. Listen, if you like what you see, we talk about all of this type of things: horror movies, fantasy, comic books, anime, either on Geek by Heart for us on YouTube or Geek by Heart at Instagram. So if you like what you see, like, comment, share, subscribe.
Do your thing.
Come through, see us on
your
Twitter, Geek by Heart, see us on IG, Geek by Heart, and we will see you when we see you when we